Hello, this is Denton Yoder, instructor for BSE 2304, the Biological Systems Engineering CAD class. This will be a quick lesson on drawing a football field. I have a document that's telling me what the sizes I need to use for drawing a football field. I'm going to ignore the team boxes and coaching boxes and the goalposts. I'm just going to draw the main parts of the field. Jumping into it, I'm going to go ahead and set up some layers that I'm going to use. So I'll type in LA for layer and new layer. Let's make football field lines and a text layer. That's probably enough. Football field lines. Let's make them some color. I don't know that it matters. And the text, a different color. Okay. So I can pick what layer to draw on, and I'm ready to go. Okay, so a football field is 100 yards long, but we're going to use the units feet. So we have to keep an eye on things to make sure we are using feet. There are 3 feet in a yard, so we're going to be 300 feet long, plus the end zones are 30 feet each, so it's going to be 360 tall. I'm going to start off with a rectangle, and I'm going to do at the width of this is 160 feet, 160, comma, 360. And double click my wheel, and I've got my outside boundary. If I explode that, like right now it's all one piece, but if I explode that, then it'll be individual lines, and I can do things like O for offset, 30 feet, and I can offset the end zone in one shot. Now, of course, we could look at these and say, okay, we got 5 yard lines, 5 yard lines, 15 feet, offset 15, yada, 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 and keep going like that. I'm going to say that's the slow way. We want to use some of the tools we've learned in Lab 1. We learned some of the draw and edit tools. One of those is array. AR for array will let us grab that bottom line. And it says, do you want a rectangular or polar? This is definitely rectangular. And it shows a grid. Well, if I look, I only need one column, but I'm going to need a bunch of rows. I'm going to guess about 20 of them. And the distance between the rows is 5 yards, which will be 15 feet. And looking at it, it looks like I'm one short. So I'm going to add a 21st tab and enter. I've got my rows. Okay. Now, something I might want to put on here, I might want 1 yard ticks. Okay, looking at my drawing, they're labeled as they are not labeled at all. Okay. In the middle, they're labeled as 2 foot wide. So I'm going to make them all 2 foot wide. I'm going to make the first one a foot off the edge and 2 foot wide. The next set is going to be in 60 feet. Okay. Jumping in here. How to do that. I'm going to, 1 yard is 3 feet. So I'm going to offset 3 feet. I'm going to, I go to offset my line, and it's now a group of lines. It's an array. X for explode. Bam. Now it's an individual line. Okay. Offset 3 feet. Okay. Now I'm going to offset the end line. Offset it 1 foot. And then offset it 2 feet. And this little portion in here is what I want. I'm going to trim and get rid of the right half and the left half I no longer need the vertical lines, but what I have is a single yard line that is 2 foot wide. Okay. Array. Well, let's see. Yeah, let's use array. Array, this, I want to show 4 of these ticks right here. So I'm going to say rectangular, 1 column, 4 rows, and I want them 3 foot apart. Enter. And I have my tick lines for that first 5 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5 yard line. Now I can do another array. Excuse me, AR for array. It's all one piece, which I'm okay with. Array this, rectangular, and I'm going to stick with 1 column. And I want 21 rows, and I want them 15 feet apart. And looks like I've got too many because it's going to go off the top of the screen. Let me go back to 20. Okay, enter. And I've got my 1 yard line ticks. Now those are an array, so they're all one piece. Now I want the center of this to be in 60 feet. I'm already in 2 feet, so I need to go another 58. I'm going to copy this 58, enter. And now I have 2 rows of them. And I can mirror this one and this one across the middle of the field. And I've got all 4 of them. Okay, I think the text is all I have left. Okay, I want to put text down the side of the drawing. Okay, so I'm going to put text. My text is going to be 9 yards from the edge is the top of it. And it's 6 feet tall. Oh, they mixed my units. 9, 18, 27 foot. 27 foot is the top of it. Minus 6 would be 21 foot is the bottom of it. So, how to do that? That's a great question. I'm going to offset 21 feet, and that should be the bottom of the text. So if I go to the 5 yard line, that should be the 10 yard line. I'm ready to put text right here. Okay, I'm going to switch myself to the text layer. I'm going to check my style of text, ST for style. Ooh, Arial. That's an interesting text. It's very pretty, but it's really slow. I'm going to make a new one. I'm going to call it STD, and I'm going to choose R for Romans, and apply that. And I'm going to come in here to the 10 yard line, and I'm going to put in DT for dtext. I'm going to put it at the intersection, and I'm going to say the height of this text is 6 feet tall. Its rotation angle is minus 90, and put a 10 there, enter. And you know, I should have made that centered, but that's easy to do. Control 1, justification, instead of left, make it center. Bingo. Escape. Now, if I turn on my line weights, I don't get anything special. But if I went into layers and said that I really want heavy text, I could say, give me 0.5 millimeter, and my text would be nice and heavy. I don't need my line anymore. Delete that. But I need to copy it up here. Okay. Array. Array. I've got arc again. AR. Array. Grab my text. It's going to be a rectangular array. It is going to be one column. And I'm going to have, I'm thinking it's probably going to be 10. Tab. And they're going to be 10 yards apart, which is 30 feet. Tab. And really, I only need 9. Enter. Enter. Okay. They're all an array now, so I do need to explode them. X to explode before I try to edit them. Edit. So that one's going to be 20. 30. 40. 50. Now back down to 40 again. Heading to the end zone. 30. 20. And 10 was right. Okay, now. I really need to rotate these 180 degrees around the center of the field to get them on the other side. We could use that array command we learned. Array, and I'm going to do a window selection, which window is left to right, crossing is right to left, but I don't want to grab the yard lines. I'm windowing my text, and this is what do you want? PO is polar. And I want to go to the center of the 50-yard line, but tell it I only want 2 items in 180. Enter. And I've got both sides labeled. Hot dog. I think I'm done with my end zone. Or done with everything. Some people might want to put some hatch in the end zone. We can do that. We can make a new layer. End zone, if you want. And we can, oh, let's make it red. Double click it to make it current. Or pick it on the pull down menu. H for hatch. Click, click. Oh, that's even brighter. I'm happy. Of course, I'm easy. All right. Thanks a lot. I got my football field. I hope you can too. Bye-bye.